The first stab didn't hit me, it hit the cake, but the sound of the knife plunging into soft frosting was so violent that everyone in the room froze, and for a split second, I thought it was some horrible joke until my sister screamed, "You ruined my life?" and drove the blade down again and again and again until pink buttercream splattered across the white tablecloth like blood. 47 furious strikes that turned the baby shower cake meant for my daughter into a mangled heap while guests backed away in terrified silence. My name is Alara, and I was standing there 8 months pregnant, one hand instinctively covering my stomach, when my sister suddenly ripped the knife out of the cake and turned toward me with a look I had never seen before, shaking hatred. And before I could even step back, she lunged straight at my belly, the blade flashing under the lights as she screamed that I'd stolen everything from her. But the worst part, the moment that still wakes me up at night, was realizing my husband didn't move to stop her. He just stood there beside the window watching, his face pale but strangely calm, like this chaos was something he'd expected. I tried to run, but my mother's hands clamped around my arms from behind, gripping me so tight my shoulders burned, and she whispered in my ear, "Stop struggling." Alara, as if I were the one causing the scene, as if the knife hurtling toward my unborn child was somehow my fault. Time slowed into fragments, my sister's wild eyes, frosting dripping off the knife tip, guests gasping and stumbling backward. My husband refusing to meet my eyes, and in that terrifying second, something clicked in my mind. A memory of small, strange things I'd ignored for months. The arguments between my sister and husband that stopped when I entered the room. The way my mother kept insisting I let my sister stay at our house while she got back on her feet. The extra key she'd begged me for after crying about family trust. And suddenly, the truth felt like ice sliding down my spine, because this wasn't a meltdown. This was something darker, something planned. The knife came within inches of my stomach before a chair crashed between us, my friend, Mira tackling my sister sideways, and the blade skidded across the floor with a metallic screech. But even as people rushed in to restrain her, she kept screaming that the baby should have been hers, that I stole the life she deserved, and that's when I looked at my husband again, hoping, desperately, that he'd finally defend me. Finally say something that made sense of this nightmare, but instead he quietly told the guests maybe everyone should calm down and not overreact, and the calmness in his voice terrified me more than the knife ever could. The police eventually took my sister away while she laughed hysterically, shouting that she'd see me soon because she still had a key to my house. And everyone tried to reassure me it was just madness, just jealousy, just a terrible scene that would blow over. But later that night, when I returned home, shaking and exhausted, I discovered something that turned my blood cold. The spare key hanging on our kitchen hook was gone. My husband claimed he had no idea where it was. And when I asked my mother, she avoided my eyes and said maybe I'd misplaced it. Yet 3 weeks before my due date, I now sleep with every light on in the house, listening to every creak of the floorboards, because somewhere out there is my sister who tried to stab my unborn child. And the most horrifying part of all is the growing suspicion that she might not have been acting alone.